Hi, this is Travis with Waconda Boats here in Republican City, Nebraska. Our other locations in Glen Elder, Kansas. Today we're excited to show you the new 2016, this is the 2075 Tyee. First one we just got unloaded. This model came out 3 years ago. Lund designed it. We knew after we saw it and saw the price that it was going to be a big hit, and it has been. We're going to go over again how we stock it and some of the features that they changed from 15 to 16. We'll start here. You're looking at an Arctic white silver. We stock this model in both white silver and black silver, which are the two most popular colors. So we try and always have those in stock. And then if a customer wants a separate color, of course we can order you one. This boat is actually a sold boat that we just finished rigging, which is why I wanted to do a video on a rig boat so the viewers can kind of see what the boat looks like rigged and kind of why we set it up the way we do. So again, we'll start on the outside. Like you'll see on, now the first thing I want to mention, one change for 2016, you can see the raised chrome Lund logo. That's always been a standard feature on the big Tyees. It's now an option, so all of our in-stock boats will have this, but just keep that in mind. If you're going to have one ordered or if you're looking, you want to make sure and ask for that, because if you don't, chances are you won't get it. You'll get just the plain Jane, the flush mounted decal, which doesn't look nearly as well. So again, Arctic white silver, it's got the 3D chrome Lund logo. This is the bunk trailer, the custom trailer upgrade. So the frame's all rhino lined. There's nothing on this trailer that can gravel pit. It's got the fancy, good looking mag wheels. These also have a clear coat on them, so they don't gravel pit. And then part of that upgrade, you get the spare tire, swing away tongue with disc brakes. And then come back here, it's standard with load guides. You got LED lights, and then the retractable tie downs, and these are underrated. They're very handy. You never lose them. They're always there. Okay. And then again, like all the crossovers and Tyees, we got the really good recessed boarding ladder that fits inside the splash well, so it's not sticking out. And then they added another step for 16, which that might not sound like a big deal, but it really is. It's night and day now, the difference in the ease of getting in and out of the boat, in the water with that extra fourth step. So you're getting that also with one of the changes for 16. Now, covering the 2075, we stock them all with the 250 Verado, which is the most popular engine for this package. It's a great engine. It's a 50 mile an hour plus boat, depending on your weight. We usually stock these also kicker pre-rigged for the guy, that way in case a guy wants to add a kicker, which this guy did, we'll go over that as well. And then stainless steel prop. We're usually going to have a steel prop on all the big Verados. This gentleman opted for the Lowrance. It's an Elite 7 chirp. And you can see when we mount your transducers here, we always put a transom board on here. What this does is this alleviates us from having to drill a lot of holes in the transom, because inevitably during the life of the boat you're going to change depth finders. Some guys do it numerous times, and this eliminates having multiple holes drilled in the transom. Okay. Looking back here, we got a 15 horse kicker. This customer does a lot of trolling, and something we always want to stress, on a big L6 Verado, they have to have a 15 horse kicker. And the reason being, the 9.9, this 15 actually has twice the charging capacity that the 9.9 kicker does. And the big Verados have a power steering pump, so it takes extra charging capacity to run that power steering and your small engine. So we try and talk guys into a 15 horse with the big Verados. It's not that much more expensive, and you don't have the battery issues, to deal with. So we got a 15 kicker, and that's a big advantage, with the big Verado, because you get power steering regardless of which engine you're using. So very easy to steer no matter which motor. That covers the outside. Let's hop in the inside, and I'll show you all the different features here and some of the changes they made. I want to start here and show you the sun top on the 2075, because this is unique to this model only. I really like this top. The reason being, it's a little bit more versatile. You can see how it's more of a bimini top style here. So, especially this time of year, it's basically up for shade to keep guys cool. And it's much more open, It's again a bimini top style, but you don't have to use it that way when it's cold. It's got a second section here that zips on and then snaps on the windshield. So if you want to enclose the front, you certainly can. It's just a little more versatile. A lot of guys like this top. And again, it's synonymous to the 2075. You can't get this in any other model. So Staying here in the cockpit, again, all of our models, we're going to do vinyl floor with a snap-out carpet, so you have the advantage of whichever you want to use. A lot of guys that are going to fish heavy or go salmon fishing or something, they're going to snap this carpet out. You know, that makes it a lot easier to keep clean. But the carpet is more comfortable for when you're skiing and, you know, tubing and cruising, things like that. So it's nice to have the ability to do both. Another change for 2016, the ski tow pylon brackets are now standard. You're going to get that with the boat whether you want the ski pylon or not. Now this gentleman did want the ski pylon, so we just got him the pole. So all you need to do is get this pole, it slides in, and then, you know, you turn it in, it's threaded, that locks it in. So that's handy. This way it's a lot easier for a guy to add the ski pylon if he wants it, because this stuff's already installed. You know, we don't have to install it. It comes pre-rigged from the factory. Okay. Now we'll come back here again, like all your Tyees. You got flip seats on both sides. Now this boat's going to have two cranking batteries. This is your power steering pump. That's actually the kicker battery there. And then on the other side, that's our main engine battery. So two batteries, one for each motor. There's an isolator in there, and this allows you to have that power steering advantage with whichever engine you're using. So it's real handy. Back here, again, you still got a post here next to the ski pylon bracket for your casting deck for your fish seat. And then we got a big live well here in the back. Like all the Tyees, is lighted and timed. And then remember also your sun top, it's got a hider compartment. You see this compartment that folds down. You can stow that top out of the way. So there's a lot of times you're not going to want to use the top, have it in the way. So you're going to stow it in its compartment so it's out of the way, you're not tripping over it. That's a really nice feature because a lot of fish boats don't have that. When you're not using the top, it's laid down, you know, it's in the way, in other words. So it's very nice to have a way to get that out of the way. So again, we'll look here in the in-floor rod storage. A little bit bigger rod box than the 19 Tyee is. This is that the front sun top piece that snaps on there. So if it's inclement weather, you're going to snap that on, and that gives you more protection. We got a travel cover, and again, the travel covers for 2016, they're all snapless. You don't have to worry about snaps. They've got clips that clip in your sport brackets on the outside of the gunnel. You have a walk-through curtain here as well, so you can shut your gate, snap the walk-through curtain in, and that keeps all the wind from coming into the cockpit. So that's a really big, nice, handy rod storage. It's got an LED light in there for the night fishermen. Let's move over here into the dash. Very similar to the 1900. We've got, you can see this is his kicker key switch that comes with the kicker pre-rigged. We've got a kicker control, matching control box right here behind the main Verado control. This gentleman opted for the Elite 7 Lowrance depth finder. And for guys that don't know what they want and they want me to recommend some, I'm always going to recommend this model. This model is very, very affordable, and it's got all the features of the high-end, you know, touchscreen models at about less than half the price. So this guy actually went with two of them, one in the bow and one here on the console. But again, full instrumentation. We got the good Infinity stereo. It's Bluetooth ready, or you can plug your MP3 into the auxiliary port. Lots of charging ports. Master switch controls all your switches and shuts them off. So very ergonomic. You got a cell phone holder. They changed the steering wheel this year. It looks good, and we had some issues with the old steering wheel. Some of those pieces were coming loose, so I'm glad they changed that. This one looks fail-safe, like we're not going to have any problems there. Move over here to the glove box. Same glove box as in the 1900. It's very big, very spacious. Well thought out cup holders. You'll see there's cup holders all over the boat. So generally guys don't have to add any of those just because one provides that already. There's cargo net under each console that adds some more storage. Moving into the bow, you can see just like the 19, you got a step moving up into it, and rather than waste that space, they made a little storage compartment here. That's a really good spot for those Plano tackle trays, is what a lot of guys use it for. And it is a small option. We put the bow cooler option on here, which is inexpensive. So you got a cooler here that is removable. You can pull this out, and then of course this will mount flush to the floor. Open this up, so when you're skiing and tubing, you want to have your bow riders up here. This opens their leg room up. There's bolsters back here that they can lay against. And again, if you really want to spoil them, you can get the bow cushions that snap on the bow. That makes it a little more comfortable for your bow riders, you know, laying up here. So that's a really good feature with the Tyee. You got a bow conversion. Now on the big 2075s, more times than not, guys are going with a 36-volt trolling motor, which is what this gentleman did. We got a Terrova, a 112 Terrova iPilot, and this boat is, you know, it's wired for 24 or 36. So we got 3 batteries here in the front center, and it's in the perfect spot because the weight is right where it needs to be. It's in the front center, so that actually helps the boat plane out faster and, you know, keep the nose down for you. We got an onboard battery charger there, and we've got it set up where all he's got to do is plug his extension cord right here. That's going to charge all 3 trolling batteries. So again, we got another Elite 7 mounted up here, hooked to the Terrova. It's nice and handy. We put a ram mount on these, so you know you can fold them down, and that cover will snap right here in front, so you don't have to take any electronics off to get your travel cover put on. So that's a handy feature to have. Again, like all the Tyees, we still have a bow live well right here, and then we've got a good sized storage compartment just to the front of it on the starboard side. And then, like all the other Tyees and crossovers, a huge storage compartment here on the port side. This covers the whole half of the port side of the bow, so all your big stuff can go in here. And again, the standard feature for the big 2075, you got the bow cargo net. Very handy because you can stuff your docking buoys and life jackets and things like that in there. So, you know, looking at this boat is basically, if you look at the 1900 Tyee, this boat is a longer, wider, deeper version of the 19 Tyee. So, and people are always amazed, you know, at what they can get into this one for. It's much more affordable than the old 1950 Tyee was, and it's 12,000 less than what the Baron is. So it's a popular model. Again, we always have white and black in stock. And any questions, just call us or email us. That's all on the website, which is wacondaboats.com. I'm Travis here at Republican City. Thank you very much.